Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Vicky and today you're joining me to make these fabulous earrings. And these earrings are made up of these connector beads or so settings, and then they're connected to this bezeled rectangle stone which is also in a setting. And yes, I'm very pleased with these. They are very fashionable at the moment. You see on the high street, you're seeing several like stone set gems or glass cabochons in settings in all different shapes, and I just wanted to make something that was very similar but with my own spin essentially. So here we are. This is what I've got. Let me pop one down so you can see this one better. So all these beads were gifted to me from beading school, which is very kind of them, and I've loved using them. And they have a large range of these connectors on their website, as well as different shaped stones and settings, so it's worth having a little look and seeing what they've got. I will link everything that I've used in the earrings down below, so all the descriptions, the materials, the different links to each bead, that will all be there. So let's take a little look at what we need. Okay, so on my mat today, I've got two seed beads. I've got a size 11 seed bead and a size 15 seed bead. I've got a 3mm fire polished. I've got an ear wire, and then I've got the rectangle stone in a 2-hole setting. I've got the ballerina tutu piece that I've used here, but I didn't have any more of these, so I thought, because I've got earrings, I'm actually going to make a little small necklace using this connector bar that came in the latest Academy box, the Bavarian Princess. So I'm going to use this connector bar out of the Bavarian Princess box. That's the Beading School Academy box. I will also leave a link down below for that. And that is exactly what you need today, except you may have a different piece of, well, a different connector to what I have, but you might want to make a necklace. So if you do, there's options of different ones just to make a little necklace too. So yes, I'm also using a size 12 needle and some £6 Fireline. As I said before, I will leave a list of all the materials in the description box with the right amounts. So saying that, let's get started. Okay, so I've added a arm's length of thread to my needle, but that should be enough for making the bezel, but you use what you're comfortable with. If you don't want to use as much, or you want to, well, there's no point using more because you will have loads left over. But yes, I'm using an arm's length of thread, and we're going to start by picking up a stopper bead, and that's just to stop the beads falling off our thread. So I've just picked up one size 11. I'm just going to drop that all the way down to the end of my thread, leaving about a 10cm tail, and I'm just going to go back up it to get that bead to not move, as you can see. I'm now going to pick up my rectangle stone and drop that down to my stopper bead, like so. And now I want to pick up 10 size 11 seed beads. Like so. And I'm coming out of this side of my rectangle. I'm just going to go straight back through, and I'm going to pop it over so you can see, straight back through the 2 holes that I've just gone through to pick up the rectangle. I'm just going to go straight back through both of them again, and that will cause these 10 seed beads to sit on the top of our rectangle. So if we're thinking the rectangle is that way and that's the top, the bottom, 2 sides, they're sitting on the top. Now coming out of that same hole I've just came out of, and I'm going to pick up 4 size 11 seed beads, and I'm going to take them through the next hole along, straight through to the other side, so through both holes, like so, and pull tight. Don't worry if these wiggle about, they won't fall off because you've got your stopper bead, so it doesn't matter if they're a little bit wiggly at the moment. I'm going to repeat adding another 10 size 11 seed beads on this end of my cabochon. So 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. and I'm going to go through them 2 holes again so that I'm coming out, I'm going straight back through them again, and that will make that 10 sit on this end of the cabochon. And I'm sure you've guessed where I'm going now, and that's to pick up 4 more size 11 seed beads, and I'm just going to go straight back through the very first 2 holes we started from. So where your stopper bead is, essentially, we're just going to go straight back into them ones and pull through like so. And now you should have 2 sets of 10 and 2 sets of 4 size 11 seed beads around your cabochon. I'm now just going to come through the first set of 10 that I added. So just take your needle back through the first set of 10 seed beads that we just added. Be careful not to go through the stopper bead. You don't want to be picking that up or you'll never get it off. So I'm just going to hold that down. Okay, so I'm coming out of my 10th bead here. I'm going to pick up 1 size 11 seed bead, and I'm just going to take my needle through the next 4 seed beads on the side, like so. And then I'm going to pick up 1 size 11 seed bead, and I'm going to go through the next 10 seed beads. Okay, so I'm coming at my 10th one on this end. I'm going to pick up 1 size 11 seed bead and go through the next 4 seed beads, same as we've just done on the other side. Drop that one. Like so. And then the last one, 1 size 11 seed bead, and I'm going to go through 3 of my size 11s in this set of 10, just 3. This is all about placement later on, so we know where our corners will be later on, but you'll see what I mean as we carry on. So just go through 3 of them, that first set of 10 size 11 seed beads, and your piece should now look like this. So you can see we've got all these seeds around. We're now going to be working in peyote. So if you think of this as your base row of size 11s, and keep everything nice and tight, keep it all pulled lovely. I'm now going to pick up 1 size 11 seed bead. I'm coming out of this one here on the base row. I'm going to miss the next one along and go through the one after. So just like that, just going through, missing one, coming out of one, missing the next one along on the base row and going through the one after. And this will cause the new size 11 seed bead to just sit over the one we've missed. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to pick up 1 size 11 seed bead. I'm going to miss the next one along on the base row, and I'm going to go through the one after, like so. Pop that over so it's the same size as the other one, and pull tight. And again, this one's going to sit over the size 11 that we've missed. And we're just going to continue adding size 11 seed beads all the way around in peyote. And I'm just about to add in my last size 11 seed bead, and that coming out of this one, I'm going to miss the next one along, and then I'm going to go through the one after, which will be the one we started from originally. So the one we first added our first peyote stitch into, that will be the one I'm going into, like so. Pop that up, and then I'm going to step up into my new size 11 seed bead that I've just added, that very first one. And I'm going to pull that tight because you really want a good tension on this bezel because you want it to hold in nicely. So pulling it tight like so. Okay, so coming out of this new size 11 seed bead, I'm going to pick up 1 size 11 seed bead, and I'm going to take my needle straight into the next one along that we've just added in that previous round, like so, and pull tight. And then I'm going to repeat that again. I'm going to pick up 1, and that's the size 11s, and I'm going to go straight into the next one along from that previous round. And then I'm going to pick up 3 size 15 seed beads, and again I'm just going to go straight into the next one along from that previous round, like so. And as you can see, these 315s are sitting over this corner, so over this prong on the corner, that's where they're sitting. So I'm now coming out of this size 11 after adding my 315s, and I'm going to add in a total of 4 size 11 seed beads on this side now. So I'm just picking up a size 11 and going into the next one along from the previous round for a total of 4. And now I'm going to pick up my 3 size 15s and add in this corner. So just going straight into the next 11 along on this corner. And then I'm going to add in a total of 2 size 11 seed beads on this end. And 2. And then my 315s to make the next corner. And then I'm going to add the 4 size 11s on this side and finish on the 315s for the last corner. So if you want to carry on with that. I'm just adding in my last 315s, and that will go into the 11 we started the round from when we added our first 11, here, like so. And then I'm just going to step up into my new first size 11. Like so. And pull tight. There we go. Okay, so I'm now going to change over to size 15 seed beads completely. So I'm going to pick up 115, and I'm just going to go into that new 11 that we've just added in the previous round. Like so. You can see that 15 is sitting between these two 11s. I'm going to pick up 115 and I'm going to go through the first 15 on that set of 315s there. I'm going to pick up 315s. I'm going to miss the next one along of these 315s and go into the one after, like so. And that'll cause this little peacoat to sit over that one we've missed. And then I'm going to add in 15s all along this side before adding in my little trio here, and then the same all the way around. So you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 15s on this side, 3 15s on this side, 5 15s, and then you will finish with the third 15 here on this end. And each corner should have a trio of 15s over it. So if you want to carry on all the way around, just adding in 15s. And I'm just adding in my last 15, and that's going to go into the 11 that I started from. And then I'm going to step up into the first new 15, like so. And that's how your piece should look now. You should have a trio of 15s over each corner. You should have 3 15s on each end and 5 15s down each side. So now we're going to pick up 1 15, 1 3mm fire polished and 1 15. And I'm going to miss this next 15 along, and I'm going to go through these 3 15s on this corner. So then the first 3 15s we added in the previous round, I'm going to go through them. So I've gone up into the first 2, like so. I've pulled through, and I'm going down into the next one of that 3 15s, like so. So you can see that I've added that 15 fire polished 15 to these 3 15s. I'm now going to pick up 2 15s, 1 fire polished and 2 15s. I'm going to miss these next 2 15s along on this side row and go into the middle one, so the third one along, like so, and pull through. And then I'm going to pick up 2 15s a 3mm fire polished and 2 15s. I'm going to miss the next 2 15s along and go through the 3 on the corner. So taking my needle into there, like so. And through the next 2 of that 3. And then I'm going to pick up 1 15, 1 3mm fire polished and 1 15. I'm going to miss that next 15 along on this end and just go through that middle fire polished there, 15 there, like so. And pull through. And now I'm just going to repeat from here to here all the way around. So 15, fire polish 15, go through the 3, and then the 2 15s, fire polish 2 15s into the middle one, 2 15s, fire polish 2 15s through the 3, and lastly the 15, the fire polish and the 15. So all the way around. I'm just adding in my last 15, fire polished 15, and as before I'm just going to go straight back into the first 15 I started from. Let's take it to that one, there, like so. I'm just going to pull that tight. Okay, I'm literally going to kind of push up all my fire polished beads now, like so. So you can see now that they're starting to sit a lot more like that one. I'm going to go through the first 15 that we added in the previous round and the first fire polished, like so. I'm going to pick up 1 size 11 seed bead. I'm going to miss all of these 15s and just go straight into the next fire polished along and pull through, and that will join them 2 together and it will cause these beads on this corner to arch out. I'm now going to pick up 3 size 11 seed beads and I'm going to go into the next fire polished along, like so. I'm going to pick up 1 size 11 and go into the next fire polished. I'm going to pick up 1 size 11 and go into the next fire polished. And then I'm going to repeat from here, sorry, turn that around, from here to here, all the way around. So 1, 3, 1, 1. And I'm just adding in my last 11 into that very first fire polish we started from, like so. And that's how your work should look now. The next couple of rounds are more about reinforcing, but we will add a couple of beads. But on the first round, we're going to go through the 11, the fire polished, and then the first 11 of the 3 11s. We're going to miss this 11 here and go through the one after, like so. And we're going to pull that tight, and that's going to cause that 11 to kind of pop out towards our stone. So you want it to pop towards our stone. Then we're going to weave through all our beads, all of our fire polished and 11s over to the other side and repeat. And once we've repeated this step here, we're then going to go through them all again and come out of this first 11 that we've just used to make this size 11 pop. So go through all the beads to the other side to make your middle 11 pop. Okay, and your work should now look like that. You should be coming out of this 11 before that middle 11 that you just missed and made it pop. And you should have done that on the other side also. And now we're going to pick up 3 15s. Again, we're going to miss that middle 11 and we're just going to go through the 11 afterwards, like so, and pull through. And that will give you a little picot that just sits between them 2 11s. If you have to wiggle it, that's okay. You might just want to make it sit better. So that should look like that. I'll give that a proper little wiggle in a sec. So you should have these 15s sat between in this gap over this missed 11. And now we're just going to weave around our beads again to repeat on this side. So you'll have the 15s there and the 15s there. So all the way around to get to the other side and then stop there. Okay, so now you should have these 15s on either side. And now we're going to add the little loop for our first connector. So you want to be coming out of this first 11 that sits in behind the 15 that we've used to join our 15 fire polish 15 on the top side. So on the top of the rectangle, you can see we've got these 3 15s here. We want to be coming out that 11 behind it, so that one. So you're going to weave around through your beads until you come out of that one. Okay, so you can see I'm now coming out of that 11 that sits behind that 15 in the middle of the top of our rectangle. Pull through. And now I'm going to pick up 2 size 11s, my first connector. So just make sure that if it's got a little join, you want to make sure that it's closed. And 2 11s. So them the right way, just like that. So you can see I've got these 2 11s, my connector, my 2 11s, and I'm just going to take my needle straight back into that 11 I've started from and into the first 11 of the set of 2. So straight into that first 11, like so. I'm now going to pick up 1 15 and I'm going to go through the 11, through the connector and through the next 11, like so. Not get attached, don't get attached around the prongs of anything. There we go. Now as you're making this little loop, you want to make sure that this ring sits between your beads and isn't sitting above them, essentially, so that the thread is kind of like hanging, if you get what I mean. So you don't want it to be doing this, you want it to be doing that. You're going to pick up another 15. I'm going to go through the next 11 and back into the one on our bezel, like so. And pull tight, and really pull tight now because you really want that tight. We're going to go round that loop again to reinforce, and then that will be the end of our beadwork. So you will be able to take off these 2 threads. You'll be able to weave them in with a couple of half hitch knots. So I'm just going to put my needle down for a second. Okay, so because I'm using this connector, I've just realised I'm going to need a jump ring because I haven't got a jump ring. So let me just grab one of them and it won't be a second. Okay, I've got my jump ring and 2 sets of pliers, and I'm just going to one away from me, one towards me to open my jump ring, and I'm going to attach that to that loop and that to that loop, and I'm just going to do exactly the same thing except in reverse. I'm going to go one away from me and one towards me, and then just give that a little push, and there is my pretty new necklace component. That's really sweet. I really like that. That is lovely. I'm going to attach a couple more jump rings here, and then I'm going to go find some chain, and I'm going to attach that to a little chain, and I might wear that this weekend with my matching earrings. You just pop them on there. So that's my little set now, which I really love. So as I said before, I will put everything singly into the description box, so you have all of the materials I've used here, the different colours of fire polish, the different stones, the seeds, and all of the connectors, ear wires, whatnot. I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you enjoy wearing your earrings, pendant, or both. If you have enjoyed this video, I'd be very grateful if you could subscribe to my channel. I have lots more content coming, and that's everything for today, basically. So, okay, have a lovely rest of the day and take care. Bye now.